The recent escalation between Israel and Hezbollah continues to capture global attention as military tensions in southern Lebanon have once again flared. On the 22nd of November 2025, the Israeli military conducted a series of targeted airstrikes in the region, focusing on what it describes as Hezbollah positions. Despite a ceasefire agreement, these actions represent a sharp intensification of Israeli operations against the Lebanese militant group. According to Israeli officials, Hezbollah's continued attempts to rearm and smuggle weapons into Lebanon have left Israel with no choice but to retaliate with force. Images released by the Israeli Defense Forces (IDF) show the devastating impact of these strikes. In one aerial shot, the remnants of a bombed target can be seen. The craters left behind are a stark reminder of the potency of modern military airstrikes and the destructive consequences of the ongoing conflict. These images, while stark, tell a story of the escalation that has gripped this volatile region. The IDF's latest strikes on November 22 targeted multiple Hezbollah positions along the southern Lebanese border. The aerial views, shown from the perspective of an Israeli military drone, reveal the scale and precision of the attacks. In a brief window of time, you can observe multiple sites being hit in rapid succession, underscoring the effectiveness of Israel's military capabilities. However, the strategic objective behind these attacks goes far beyond a show of force. Israel aims to dismantle Hezbollah's military infrastructure, which it accuses of violating the ceasefire agreement and rearming itself for a future offensive. The backdrop to these airstrikes is a broader regional context where the delicate balance of power in the Middle East hangs by a thread. Hezbollah, a pro-Iranian group, has long been a thorn in Israel's side, not only due to its direct military activities, but also because of its relationship with Iran. The group's arms smuggling activities into Lebanon have been a consistent point of tension between the two adversaries. Israel claims that Hezbollah's growing arsenal of weapons, particularly advanced missile systems, poses an existential threat to the security of the Jewish state. In recent months, Israel has become increasingly vocal about what it sees as Hezbollah's blatant disregard for the ceasefire that was brokered nearly a year ago. According to the Israeli government, Hezbollah's activities, ranging from weapons smuggling to the rebuilding of military infrastructure, have gone unchecked. The Israeli Defense Forces have made it clear that such actions will not go unpunished, leading to the latest round of airstrikes. However, Israel's actions come at a critical juncture in regional geopolitics. The ceasefire agreement, while fragile, had provided a period of relative calm, allowing both sides to focus on other pressing matters. Yet, Israel's concerns over Hezbollah's rearmament have forced its hand. As the military strikes continue, one question looms large. How far is Israel willing to go to prevent Hezbollah from strengthening its position in southern Lebanon? For Lebanon, these strikes represent a devastating blow. The images released by the Israeli military offer a glimpse into the destruction inflicted upon Hezbollah's positions, but the human cost is far more profound. As with many military operations, civilians inevitably find themselves in the crossfire. The Lebanese people, already grappling with the lingering effects of a protracted economic crisis, now face the possibility of greater instability as military confrontations between Israel and Hezbollah intensify. Lebanon's political leadership, long divided on how to deal with Hezbollah, now finds itself at a crossroads. While some factions within the Lebanese government have historically maintained a relatively neutral stance towards Hezbollah's actions, others have been vocal in condemning Israeli strikes. The government's ability to navigate these tensions will be crucial in determining how Lebanon moves forward in the face of mounting pressure. Israel's military strategy in southern Lebanon has always been one of deterrence and targeted action. Over the years, the IDF has repeatedly emphasized its commitment to safeguarding Israeli borders and neutralizing threats posed by Hezbollah. The airstrikes on November 22 are part of this broader strategy, signaling to Hezbollah that any further attempts to rearm or expand its military capabilities will be met with swift and decisive action. At the same time, Israel has made it clear that it does not seek an all-out war with Hezbollah. The airstrikes are calculated, designed to achieve specific military objectives without triggering a broader conflict. However, in a region where tensions are often razor-thin, such operations carry the risk of escalation. The question remains whether these strikes will act as a deterrent or whether they will instead provoke further violence. The impact of these strikes goes beyond the borders of Lebanon. For neighbouring countries, particularly Syria and Iran, Israel's actions in southern Lebanon are a reminder of the ever-present threat of military escalation. Iran, a key ally of Hezbollah, has long been a staunch supporter of the militant group, providing it with financial and military backing. Any significant attack on Hezbollah positions is likely to draw a response from Tehran, complicating the already volatile dynamics of the region. Syria, which has served as a conduit for arms shipments to Hezbollah, also finds itself entangled in this conflict. Israel has made it clear that it will target any supply routes or weapons depots it deems a threat, which includes infrastructure within Syrian territory. Thus, the Israeli military strikes in southern Lebanon may have a ripple effect, drawing in regional actors and further destabilizing the Middle East. The Israeli military's airstrikes in southern Lebanon are a stark reminder of the volatile and complex nature of Middle Eastern geopolitics. While the strikes may have achieved their immediate military objectives, they also highlight the ongoing tensions between Israel and Hezbollah, as well as the broader regional implications of this conflict. For Lebanon, the strikes are a reminder of the vulnerability of its position in a region racked by political instability. And for Israel, the strikes send a clear message. It will continue to act decisively against any threat, but the risk of further escalation remains ever present. As the situation unfolds, the international community will be watching closely. The question remains whether these airstrikes will serve as a catalyst for a renewed conflict or whether they will bring a temporary, albeit fragile, peace. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain. The tensions between Israel and Hezbollah are far from over, and the world will continue to feel the reverberations of this ongoing conflict.